Warriors, come out to play. What up, what up? My name is Jared, and you're listening to the Jared Show Podcast. Actually, you're listening to the first ever official episode. And since the NBA is supposed to kick off in a few weeks, I'd like to talk about my favorite team, the Golden State Warriors. What up, Warriors? We had a horrible season this year, but I do think I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Or is it just another freight train? Let's get on down the track, and we're going to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
The Jared Show. The Jared Show.
want to change the world.
That's right. What up? Thanks for listening to the Jared Show Podcast. Since this is my first episode, I want to give you some idea of what you can expect. This podcast is where I get a chance to talk about anything and everything. I like to think. I know it's crazy nowadays, but I do. And I have from time to time, believe it or not. And from basketball to relationships to health to life lessons and much more, I want to talk about everything. I want to talk about current events, whatever is going on. I want to talk about it. I'm what's known as the idea guy to the people that know me, and I feel it's time to unleash these ideas on the world. So stay tuned, and when we get back from this quote-unquote commercial, we'll dive into the team by the Bay, the Golden State Warriors. We'll also be talking about the NBA, and if I'm feeling froggy, ribbit, I might even make some bold predictions. I do mean bold. So this is the very first episode of the Jared Show Podcast. Have you played every game on Earth? Watched everything on Netflix? Seen every movie and TV show there is? Including the ones that haven't come out yet, because you know a guy that can get really good bootlegs down at the corner store? Searching for that next thing to help you get through your run, workout, cleaning, workday, or homework? The Jared Show can help cure your inevitable boredness every Sunday and Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Just hit that subscribe button and let's go! Nailed it. Alright, welcome back. So, I hope you found that amusing at some point. So we're gonna go with the present season. So that would be 2019-2020. And if you're watching this at any point in 2020, I'm sorry, coronavirus just kind of ruined all of sports. It ended up basically killing everything, and I think around March, I think it was at March 11th, the NBA just stopped, and we're set to start back up on July 30th. That should be interesting. See how that goes. But I want to recap the season that we had. We definitely fell from the top spot. We're 15-50. Whether you love the Warriors or you hate the Warriors, if you love Steph Curry or you hate Steph Curry, whatever the case may be, no matter what happened, we definitely fell from the top spot. I mean, we were basically shoo-ins to win every championship from here until eternity, and we lost Kevin Durant. We lost the championship. You know, we had the supposed Terminator. Don't even get me started on Kawhi Leonard. Don't do it. Okay, I'm not even gonna go there right now. I'm not trying to be hateful and hate at this man. I'm just saying, I like to call Kawhi Leonard a new hype, but I'm gonna leave that alone for right now. Okay, we're gonna continue with the Warriors. Focus. Here's a little key tip. Focus on the things that you want, not the things that you don't want. Right? Don't focus and be a hater. Look towards the things that you want. Right? I am trying to envision a better Warriors team, and that's where we're going eventually. But we have to deal with the season that we've had this year, and it sucked. It really did. We did have some bright spots, though, before everything got shut down. I know it's hard to find bright spots in a season where you only win 15 games, and you lose 50. But there was some bright spots, believe it or not. I think Eric Paschall was a bright spot. If you've been watching the Warriors, even though Steph Curry hasn't been on there and all that, you might know some of these names. You might not. A lot of these guys are rookies. I think, Eric Paschall is definitely a rookie. I think Kai Bowman is a rookie. Damian Lee, he might be a rookie, but I think he was floating around in G League, so maybe not. Marquise Chris is not a rookie. He's been there for years. And then Andrew Wiggins, another bright spot that we get that guy, and I'm pretty happy with that. But Eric Paschall, I think we're gonna get into that when we start, making bold, stupid predictions. But here in a little while. But I really think you need to keep Eric Paschall. You possibly need to pay the man, keep him on a roster. Develop him a little bit. I like Kai Bowman. I like, here's another name, not necessarily a bright spot, not a shining bright spot, but decent enough. Jordan Poole. Not to be confused with Jordan Peele, right? Not to be confused with Jordan Peele. Jordan Poole. Interesting. He struggled a little bit coming in, but so we'll see how that goes. Fight between Kai Bowman and Jordan Poole. See who wins. Personally, my money's on Kai Bowman. We'll see how it goes. Damian Lee, been floating around in G League for I think about 3 years. Has a loose connection to my man Steph Curry. I guess not that loose though. I mean, he seems to be hanging out with Steph Curry a lot. He's actually part of the family. Damian Lee is. For the life of me, I can't remember how he is. I think he's a cousin, and he's married to a cousin. He's married to a sister. I think he's married to a sister of Steph Curry. I think is how that goes. Another bright spot is Marquise Chris, probably our backup center. Had to fight to get his spot. He fought well, fought hard, did good. I think he's going to be interesting. Great guy to throw a lob to, can run the floor. And then our second to last one was Andrew Wiggins. I'm going to get into Andrew Wiggins here again. Him and Eric Paschall, I'm going to start making stupid, bold predictions in a little while. I will say this. I will give you a little teaser here, though. I do like Andrew Wiggins. My only problem is I don't want to pay the man $25 million to have potential. You're going to have to step up to the plate. The thing is I think Andrew Wiggins can step up to the plate. I'm interested to see what he's truly capable of given a good roster and, possibly a better format for him. I'm interested to see what he's going to do with a running game and not having to deal with Karl Anthony Towns or the Cat Man do. So we'll see what happens with him. I thought the last bright spot, I'm going to say this last time, second to last bright spot, because there really is a great bright spot coming in just a second. But one of the best bright spots was that Steph Curry gave us a little show. He played one game before everything got shut down. He looked great. I think he's going to do really well. I'm interested to see how it's going to go. I saw Klay Thompson playing on YouTube, and he looked really well. I think that's going to be interesting. Draymond Green, we got the guys. The boys are back in town. Watch out, okay? They're coming after you. I'm telling you, I'm about to make stupid, bold predictions, but not right now, okay? The biggest bright spot of what happened, I hate to say this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it anyway, was Corona shut down the whole league, right? As one of my favorite songs says, I think it's called 10 Times by Ryan Cavuto, or however you say his name. Great artist. I'm going to look him up. I'm going to give him a shout out somewhere in the future. Can't do that now, but one of his lyrics is, took so many losses I had to stop counting. To be honest with you, the Warriors were kind of like, cool. All right, we'll just go home, hang out. I'm cool with that. We'll just call it a wash. It's like getting beat by your older brother really bad out in the backyard, and you're like, you know what? Dinner time. The bell rang. It's time for dinner. I'm okay with that. I'm all right. I'm down 7-4. I've gotten beat, the past like 15 times in a row. It's cool. Let's just go eat dinner. We can go eat dinner. It's fine. It's all right. But I think this is where I'm starting to make stupid bold predictions. I think, much like Michael Jordan and Larry Jordan in the backyard of the Mr. Tar Heel himself, Michael Jordan's backyard, I think the guy that's getting beat 50 games, right? The little brother that's getting kicked around is gonna come out smelling like a rose. You mark my words. Here's the thing, though, and we're gonna get into this in just a second. It's all just history repeating. If we can win more championships and we can go, the pressure that we have is enormous. But in order to understand that a little bit better, we got to look at some of that history and we got to relive some glory days. I'm willing to do that. And I'm going to give you some thoughts on, my thoughts on KD, and kind of, just some background. So stick around, be right back. About 30 seconds. Yeehaw, y'all. This here's JC Tucker. Have you heard about that feller, that guy, the idea guy? What's his name? Jared. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, my cousin's friend's girlfriend's sister-in-law told me about this feller, so I gives it a listen, and shoot if it didn't get me thinking. And a laughing, and dak nabbit, it got me thinking again. But this time my brain didn't hurt when I was thinking, it sort of was. What it was sort of nice, I think. Anyway, check out that feller, the Jared Show. Thank you kindly. All right, welcome back. So let's dig in. I know, here's the thing. Like I said, you either love the Warriors or you hate the Warriors. They're a bunch of pretty boys and whatever. You can say whatever you want to. But I challenge anybody to say that the last, let's say, 7 seasons, roughly 5 or 6 really, but let's say 7 seasons, were not extremely exciting to watch. I loved watching the Warriors and the Cavaliers just go to battle. It was like watching the Lakers and the Celtics back in the day. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. Warriors 3-time champions. 2015, which I think is the shirt I'm wearing, 15. 17, 18. We went to 5 straight finals. It was a hell of a ride. I actually, I came in at the end of 2013. And then we lost to the Clippers in the first round of 14. And then it just went bonkers. And it was so much fun to watch. I actually got a chance to go to a bunch of those games. I was actually in the building when Steph Curry went for 51 in 3 quarters against the Kings. It was amazing. It was so much fun to watch. I was watching, of course. I watched, I think, almost every game. This last season, I didn't really get a chance to watch every game, which, again, kind of like playing out in the backyard with your older brother, kind of beating the crap out of you in every one-on-one game. When the bell rings, you're kind of like, okay, I'm all right with that. If it starts raining outside, you're like, well, I guess we can't go play. And for me, it was more like, I didn't have a way to watch the games. I did catch a couple, and I did get into, trying to figure out what's coming and watching and supporting the team and just being able to watch basketball and watch, my guys play. But I try to watch every game, and I have for just about every season. I was actually watching when out of nowhere, Klay Thompson exploded for 37 points in a quarter, and it was unbelievable. The guy did not miss. I think he was, 9 for 9? It was amazing. And he even hit a shot that somebody fouled somebody off ball or somewhere, and he even made that shot. It didn't count, but he even made that shot. I think he ended up being like 10 for 10 or 11 for 11 unofficially. I think officially it was like 9 for 9 or something like that. The guy was amazing. And first of all, I think Klay Thompson is just probably one of the most underrated players in the NBA right now, easily. Yeah, and it was a hell of a ride. It was interesting, we had one of our highest highs, one of our lowest lows, and then one of our highest highs. It was a heck of a roller coaster. The way that we ended up landing Kevin Durant, you know, coming back. See, here's the thing, right? Most people don't remember this. Is I think it was at Western Conference Finals, right? In 2016, we are down 3-1 against OKC, against Kevin Durant's OKC, and we're getting beat, right? And we're just, we're a good team, but we don't have Kevin Durant. We're not this huge super team and all that stuff. We're just a good team with good chemistry. We're down 3-1. We come back from 3-1 to win that game. I think in OKC, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong on that. We come back to win that game. We go to the finals, right? We've won. We've beat the regular season record. We're 73-9, I think is what we ended up with. 73-9. We come back from 3-1, right? And then the infamous 3-1 deficit. We came back from 3-1 first, though. I want to make that clear, right? And then we lost, and it was we lost in Game 7 on our own court, ripped our guts out and showed it to us. LeBron James did. Got to give that man credit for that. And then we end up getting Kevin Durant on July 4th of what was it? Was it 2017? It was amazing. It was crazy. And then we end up winning the championship. Is highest highs, lowest lows. I'm gonna do a whole thing about Kevin Durant. I will say this. I'm glad we had him. It was great. If given the chance, we'd take him back in a heartbeat. Please, Kevin Durant, if you're ever gonna listen to this in your lifetime, please know that if you want to go on the Warriors and you want to come back to the Golden State Warriors, please do so. I don't know what's stopping you. You can do that. There's nothing. I will preface that by saying it was great to have him, and we would take him back in a heartbeat. But the baggage, the drama that came around with all that stuff was just unbelievable, unbearable. I mean, the questions of, are you going to be a free agent? And how could you do this? And the vilification. And it was just ridiculous. It became a 3-ring circus, really for no reason. And I will, like I said, I'm trying not to get too deep into it because I only have a little bit of time here. But I will say that I don't think Kevin Durant's style, which is an iso ball, because of the way he is physically, Kevin Durant, he's like a unicorn. He's a 7-foot tall unicorn that can dribble and shoot and do all kinds of things. I'm so glad he added a post-up game, by the way. Makes him 10 times deadlier. I just don't think his style jived with the Warriors at the end of the day. We won championships. It was great. It just wasn't the same team. And I think it's just because those guys just didn't play the same. And so, Kevin Durant plays iso ball. Warriors are kind of a run and gun West Coast offense. They're trying to run, and they're gunslingers. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and so is Kevin Durant. Don't get me wrong, but Kevin Durant can rely on other things that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson can't, mainly being 7 foot tall. So it just turned into a different team, and it was great while it lasted. But we ended up losing Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant said, and Kevin Durant gave us everything he had, man. I mean, he went out there and he took one for the team, and you got to respect him. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to thank him for everything that he did and wish him well and tell him, look, man, if you want to come back, Kevin Durant, it's okay, bro. It's all right. I'm cool with it. I don't blame you if you don't, but it's all right. So Kevin Durant left, and we had a horrible season. And now we're stuck indoors, hoping that it'll come back on. But I guess we'll see. And that brings us up to the present. So we're going to get into the stupid predictions in the future in just a second. We got one more commercial break, about 30 seconds or so. and we'll be back. Stick with me. We'll be back. Hey there, just a quick message to say thank you for listening, and if you've enjoyed what you've heard so far, hit that subscribe button. I'll be trying my best to put out a new podcast every Sunday and Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait to talk about all kinds of things. Some of the topics I have coming up are health and fitness, swear words. I love summer, but this year, it's okay to have a bad day. Video games versus Jimi Hendrix, and much more. So hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. And we're back. See, that was not that painful. It wasn't that bad. Did you listen to it? Did you listen to it or you fast forward? It's okay if you fast forward. It's just stupid stuff that I do. It's not that big a deal. I hope that you listen to it though. Anyway, so we're talking about the future. We're going to make some dumb, stupid, bold predictions. Stuff like, I think the Warriors are going to win the next 10 seasons in a row. I think the Warriors are going to win more championships than the Celtics all time. No, that's too far. That's too stupid. That's ridiculous. It could happen, but I'm just saying, let's not go that far. What we are going to do is we're going to take a good look at what we got, who we could get, and what I think is going to happen with the NBA when the NBA restarts, if it restarts. I mean, we really don't know if it's going to restart. There's some, the Rona is getting ridiculous out here, and we really don't know what's going to happen. So I think I got some ideas, but we'll see. So, who we got? We got a starting lineup of Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, and Kevon Looney. I'm all right with that. Like I said, I want to get into Wiggins. I think Wiggins fits good in our scheme. I think you give him a chance, see what happens. We got some great backups. At the end of the day, here's the thing. If we're playing LeBron, I got Pascal coming out there guarding LeBron James, not Andrew Wiggins, right? But at the same time, I'm not paying Andrew Wiggins $25 million to sit on the bench, right? And I'm not paying Pascal $1 million or $2 million, however much he's making before he gets paid, because he's gonna get paid. Eric Pascal's gonna get paid. It's gonna happen. As the great announcer Fitz said, he might have a little hitch in his giddy up, which, meaning basically that when he shoots, it's not as smooth as it could be. But I think that Eric Pascal is going to blossom into an absolutely wonderful, amazing small forward, and I think you ought to hang on to the man. Having said that, I would like to give Andrew Wiggins a chance in a different lineup with different people, in a different style, West Coast run and gun, getting away from the Karl Anthony Towns, and see what he can do. I don't know if I want to pay $25 million to figure it out, but I'm willing to give it a shot. And we're gonna get into Warriors predictions in just a second here, but I do see. So 2015 for the Warriors was our deal. We came in our own. We gelled as a team. We had some former players and no names and all kinds of stuff going on there. We had Andre Iguodala, who I don't know if you know this or not, but Andre Iguodala, I think he won the slam dunk contest. The guy was amazing. I don't know if you ever seen him play for the 76ers. He took over for Allen Iverson. You ever seen him play with Denver? Oh my goodness gracious, the man was amazing. And he took a back seat, and he played six man. He played on the bench, and he rightfully deserved, and he won the Finals MVP for that. Congratulations to him, and thank you, Andre Iguodala, and all those guys in 2015 that created a cohesive team. But that's what we need. If we can get that, that's going to be interesting. But what else can we get? There's a lot of rumors out there saying we might be able to get Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, I can say that name. I'm not going to say it again, though. That would be interesting. I'm not sure anybody makes that happen except for Giannis himself. I think Giannis has to say, hey, I'm out. You better trade me before you lose me. I think that's the only way they're going to trade for Giannis, or Giannis is really going to go anywhere, is if Giannis says so. And here's the thing. I might do a whole nother thing about this because I'm really passionate about it. If I'm Giannis, why am I staying in Milwaukee instead of moving to California and playing with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, the best shooters that have ever graced the world and the planet and this stage in the NBA? It's ridiculous. Why are you messing around, Giannis, over in Milwaukee? It's ridiculous. Another thing that we've heard is Joel Embiid, which I think is interesting. I'm going to tell you why, because I think Embiid and Ben Simmons, I don't think their styles are together. I think those guys, at some point, they're going to have to get split up. They both crave going down the lane and being in the middle of the key, and there's just not enough room. There's two gunslingers. There's just not enough room in the same town for both of us. It's just not going to happen. So could we get him? Can we get Gobert, right, from Utah Jazz, Mr. Coronavirus himself? I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we really need a big guy. If we're going to get a big guy, get Giannis. If we're not, I don't know if we really want to do that. You know, everybody's moving towards small ball. And I'll tell you what's interesting. We're going to get into what I think is going to happen with the NBA in a minute. But we also can get some first-round draft picks. And that would be Obi Toppin. Mark my words. Don't go get James Wiseman. Don't. Please do not go get LaMelo Ball. We got enough problems as it is, right? Go get Obi Toppin if you're going to get anybody. So who wins the NBA restart? Who wins the 2019-2020 season? What's that going to be like? Who's going to do that? Lakers. It's obvious. Come on. Are you kidding me? Come on. Lakers win it all day long. And the reason I say that is because the Lakers have built themselves into where they're at and what they're trying to do. Clippers are overrated. I'll get into Clippers versus Lakers some other time. Not anytime soon, but some other time. And I'm going to tell you, mark my words, Clippers are overrated. Lakers are going to win a championship if they get the chance to do so. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of time to spend on that. I do want to get into some Warrior predictions real quick. Maybe I'll get to the NBA restart maybe after it actually starts up. If it starts up, we'll get into that at some other point. I do think the Lakers won the championship, though, and we'll see how that works. But my Warriors predictions go kind of like this. I think the Warriors wait a year. I think they build chemistry and see what's going to happen if they can trade for Giannis. I think they get 5th or 6th seed in the West and fall in the first round to, let's say, Houston, Denver, or Lakers and Clippers, depending on how things match up. I don't think the Warriors, unless they have the chemistry they had in 2015, are going much further than the first round, much like 2014. I think right now we've kind of been reset, and we're basically in 2014. We got to get some chemistry, and then we're coming out strong. I think we have the tools to do it, and I'm interested to see how that's going to go. So anyway, we've had some fun here. I've kind of ran you through the past, present, and future of the Warriors, a little bit of the NBA. Like I said, I'm going to get into that at some point. And, you know, I got to say, with the Warriors right now, I like our chances. I think you give us a shot, and you see what we got in store and what we can do. I hope we get Giannis or Embiid. I'm okay with Embiid or Gobert, or develop Andrew Wiggins. You know, I think any one of those decisions is a great idea. If we can do it. I'm hoping we don't get LaMelo Ball. Like I said, God knows we got enough on our plate right now without adding to the mix of adding a LaMelo, you know, a LeVar Ball, you know, whole 3-ring circus around us and trying to go down that. You know, I hate it for the kid. I really do. He seems like a good ball player, but, you know, we got Steph Curry. What we need LaMelo Ball for? I don't understand. Right? We ain't trying to go into the future 20 years, you know, or 10 years or 5 years of when LaMelo Ball is going to peak and all that. We don't need that. We got Steph Curry. We got Klay Thompson. What we need LaMelo Ball for? I don't understand. right? I say we pass on LaMelo Ball. If you want to go get somebody in the draft, go get Obi Toppin. If you want to trade for somebody, go get somebody like Giannis. All right? Anyway, yeah. So let me know your favorite team and what your predictions are for the NBA. We'll see how we match up. You know, like I said, I got Lakers winning. Let me see what you got. Let me know on Twitter, Facebook. You can just go look up The Jared Show. Look it up. Check it out. It's The Jared Show. JARRED double R. Double R. Right? Good old Will Smith. And my next episode, we're going to get into some fitness and health. Just got back on track and I'm feeling inspired. I want you to feel inspired. Thank you for listening and may God bless you. Until next time.